Hey everybody. You'll start seeing some people trickle in here in a second. Um, but it is the morning of the competition, and we are it's currently 5:34 ish, give or take. And we're gonna start putting our food together. We're not gonna eat right now, but we're gonna get the food that we do need to take with us, which means we're gonna grab our yogurt first. So I have three of these Chobani's. Last time I portioned out the yogurt separately from a jar for a container. This time I'm gonna make it a little easier on myself. I'm gonna take three Chobani's. And then we've got our lunch, or actually breakfast. This will be breakfast. We've got some steak and some potatoes. Doesn't look super attractive in the bag, but it's a portion of last night's dinner, and last night's dinner was really good. And I only got to eat a little bit of it, so. But it's like stripped steak, and then some air fried potatoes. So I don't expect a lot of people to show up in here right now, to be honest. But yeah, so essentially there'll be a little bit more than this here in a second. But this is the long short of it, right? So we've got essentially we're gonna eat for breakfast. We've got probably about 400 calories in this bag, give or take. It's about a whole potato and some steak, maybe a little less than 400. There's like 350 calories in this bag. I'd say 400. 400 is a good 375, somewhere in there. So we're gonna bring that with us, and then that's gonna be basically what fills us up after we weigh in. Okay, that's gonna make us feel good. And then some blueberries. Those are gonna be during the actual meat. We're gonna eat these. And the reason for that is we got to keep our blood sugar levels up. Hey, how's it going? I think you're the first one in. I'm getting my food ready for the competition. I've actually got competition in I gotta weigh in an hour. So I've actually got the state championship for powerlifting. So I'm actually really tired, and I'm really not super excited at the moment to not eat. I'm super excited for the competition, but I'm not eating for the next hour, and I haven't been eating since last night. But putting my food together right now. So blueberries, some steak, and some potatoes. This will be my meal right after I weigh in. Got some blueberries, keep the blood sugar up once we get there during the meet, and then 3 Chobani yogurts. This is gonna be, hey, how's it going? This is we're gonna be eating throughout the meet itself. So we'll be pairing these blueberries with the yogurt itself as we progress through to kind of keep up our blood sugar. Also have a little bit of none. Yeah, we've got a few people in here. I've been powerlifting for 2 years. 2 years at the moment, and yeah, Chobani's awesome. So I usually use Stonyfield, but they buy that in the 2 pound containers. These are easier during competition. And so I've got competition in an hour. We're going with these today, but I can't eat them for at least another hour. I'm basically completely dry right now, so I can't drink or eat anything for the next hour. I'm right at the weight I need to be. Actually, I'm like a pound or two, like a pound under. But if I put food on my stomach, I risk not weighing in correctly. So let me go grab my supplements. I'll be right back. So we'll be taking some pre-workout during. Yeah, go ahead. What's your question? So yes, I will actually very much attempt to use the bathroom again before I weigh in. But I don't have a lot of liquid on my stomach right now. So that'll be difficult. But I have already used the bathroom once today in preparation. The more I can use the bathroom, the better between now and then, to be honest. And if it doesn't happen, then I'll actually take about 2 ounces of water and about a quarter shot of this pre-workout. And what that'll do is it'll act as a diuretic and it'll help me use the bathroom again. And hopefully it'll be more than the 2 ounces of water than I take in with the pre-workout. Hello, Vivian. There's a lot of X's. You're having a fun time. Um, but yeah, so this is it. Like this is what I'll eat. I'll have a banana too. Hold on, I got a banana. I love bananas. So basically this and then some protein powder is my meals for the day. Let's see if I can get a good shot of everything. So, and I've got to be a little quiet because my kids are asleep. So this will be everything. So this will be breakfast. And then this will be lunch essentially here. And then I've got a chicken breast that I may eat after the meat. But I'm only 30 minutes from where I'm actually going to be going to do the competition. So I'll probably just come home and have something afterwards. Um, and then I go into a bulk, so it'll be a fun time. As soon as I'm done with this weigh-in, I no longer Vivian. Hold on. How do I? All right, we'll fix the Vivian problem. We weren't. I think I removed her now. Um, no, it's very specific to powerlifting most of the time, but I do um very specific to powerlifting, but I do a variety of things. So I'm a fitness coach. That's my full-time job. So I got to be generally pretty fit, but strength is my focus. So I'll do a lot of benching, a lot of deadlifting, a lot of squatting, obviously, and then a lot of accessories that are going to help with those things as well. I appreciate it, Vivian. Um, but I do a lot of accessory work as well, to make sure that my lifts are strong. Um, but mostly powerlifting, mostly powerlifting. Actually, I had a surgery, believe it or not. I had my thyroid removed, which is what made me decide to start lifting in general. You can kind of see the neck scar from here to here. Had a mass the size of an egg appear on my neck like 5 years ago, and I had never really touched a weight before that. And then I was 117 pounds at post surgery, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start lifting because I don't feel good. And then at 117 pounds, my bench was probably right or probably just under 75 pounds, but we'll say 75 to make it easy. In 4 years of lifting now, two of those being actively powerlifting, 2.5 ish. I've gone from a 75-pound bench to a 350-pound bench at 164 and a half ish pounds body weight now. So it's been a pretty drastic change in my life. A great change actually. So I would say yeah, it was definitely a I would say a scary experience is probably the best way to put it. It was not a fun time, but I will say that it's probably the best thing that ever happened to me. So it changed some stuff that actually helped me overall kind of get in a position where I can change my general health for the better and also realize that I didn't like what I was doing. I didn't like who I was at the time physically, and I needed to fix that. And so it helped me do that. It gave me the little bit of push in the right direction, and I really love the direction it pushed me, and I love the results of said direction. So um, I'm crediting that partially with the changing this stuff for me and making my life better overall. Yeah, it does. It makes you appreciate life more. I'm gonna pack up my bag while we're talking. Got my good old lifting belt here. Actually, I had to do a competition with almost had to do one without a belt altogether. They didn't like the size of it, and I was just like, you know what? We're still gonna lift. I mean, I'm not gonna not lift. Um, my steak and potatoes, my banana. feel like I need to put these in a bag. Do I have a bag? I do have. Got some of these old brown bags for like lunches and stuff. Check that out. Put it in a bag. That way, at least if the yogurts break, they break into a bag. Not into my gym bag. That'd be awful. So having the belt does make it does keep your core a lot tighter, so it kind of prevents you from losing that tension in your core a little bit. I might move these into a Ziploc bag. But I lift both ways, so I'll lift. I'm comfortable. I've gone up to 405 without a belt, very comfortably, and it doesn't feel much different to me. To two belted deadlifting. Usually once I get over 405, I usually put a belt on, just because, you know, I lift in a belt during competition, so might as well lift in one when I'm not. But I've done up to 405 beltless just to make sure everything felt the same. But right now my deadlift is closing at about 500 pounds, give or take. So I would say I'm comfortable grabbing any weight without a belt the same I would be with a belt. So it's just a matter of your comfort level, to be honest. If you got a strong core, and you're comfortable grabbing weight without the belt, I don't feel like it makes that big a difference for me personally. But I wouldn't consider it dangerous to answer your question. But I would say it's definitely safer with. I'm glad I can help you do that. I'm always happy to answer questions as much as needed. So supplement wise, other than food, the potatoes, the yogurts and whatnot, and bananas, the blueberries, I'll be taking a lot of caffeine. So I've got about 3 servings left of this. I should have grabbed another jar yesterday, but I didn't. Of my pre-workout, so that'll be my caffeine for the day because I won't be drinking any coffee. And then some creatine, which I'll take about 10 grams of before I start the meet, and I'll have about another 10 grams throughout the meet, just because it's more of a mental thing for me after we start, to be honest. But I do take about 10 to 20 grams all throughout the day, creatine monohydrate normally, so I'll continue to do that during the meet. I'm probably going to have to pause the stream here in a few minutes because I'm going to have to finish getting ready. I've got to get my gear together, and then I'll probably start it back up once I'm in the car, but I can't go too much around the house because I got my kids sleeping. It's kind of early. But I'll probably start the stream back up once I'm in the car. And then I've got about a half-hour ride to where I'm going to compete. And then I'll stream pretty much the whole time I'm there when I'm not lifting. If I'm lifting, I won't have the opportunity, unfortunately, to stream just because I'll be on the platform. But I'm going to get videos of that separately and post those by themselves. But yeah, appreciate it. So I'll see you guys a little bit later. If you want to watch the stream that I'll be doing for the meet, I know they're doing their own stream as well, which is cool, but I'll be doing a behind the scenes stream. So if you want to see it, if you subscribe, it'll let you know that I'm doing it. Or just keep an eye on my channel either way. But it'll be a fun time. I'll do behind the scenes where all the lifters are at, show you kind of what it looks like in the background of a powerlifting meet rather than just the front stage. It'll be pretty awesome. So I appreciate y'all coming out while I get my food prepped. But I'll see you guys here in about like 10 minutes.